Why I ditched Intel for AMD, no regrets, into 24. Hey everyone, let me tell you, if you're still stuck on Intel in 224, you might be missing out on some serious performance gains. I switched to AMD, and honestly, I have zero regrets. So today I want to share my journey of ditching Intel for AMD. It wasn't an easy decision, but the reasons behind it are pretty compelling, and I think you'll want to hear them. All right, let's dive into why I made the switch. For years, I was a loyal Intel user. I thought I was making the right choice, but I started running into some frustrations. First off, the pricing. Intel's chips have always been on the pricey side, and while I was willing to pay for quality, it started feeling like I was just throwing money away. Then there were the thermal issues. My last Intel CPU ran hotter than I expected, and I found myself investing in cooling solutions more than I wanted to. Not to mention, I was working on a lot of multi-threaded applications, and Intel's performance just wasn't cutting it anymore. I was hitting bottlenecks that were really starting to affect my workflow. It was getting frustrating, and that's when I thought, maybe it's time for a change. Now let's talk about what drew me to AMD. First off, the price-to-performance ratio is just insane. I mean, I could get an AMD processor with more cores and threads for way less money compared to Intel. That alone was a game changer for me. Plus, AMD's multi-threading capabilities are a huge win. I was finally able to run all my applications without feeling like I was dragging a heavy load. And let's not forget about gaming performance. I'm a gamer at heart, and AMD's Ryzen chips have been killing it in that department. I've seen benchmarks where AMD processors outperformed Intel in a lot of the latest titles, and it's not just about frame rates. It's about consistency and how smooth everything feels. The whole package just seemed better for what I needed. The moment I decided to switch was a bit of a revelation. I was browsing online and stumbled upon a deal for the Ryzen 7 5800X. I thought, this is my chance. I made the purchase, and once it arrived, I was like a kid on Christmas morning. I threw it into my rig, and let me tell you, the immediate difference was mind-blowing. I ran some benchmarks and saw my scores skyrocket. I was getting higher frame rates in games and smoother performance in productivity tasks. The thermal performance was also a breath of fresh air. It was running cooler than my previous Intel setup. I couldn't believe I'd wasted so much time. I remember thinking, why didn't I do this sooner? So, to wrap it up, I ditched Intel for AMD because of better pricing, superior multi-threading capabilities, and an overall boost in performance. My computing experience has transformed, and I couldn't be happier with the decision. Now I want to hear from you. Have you made the switch from Intel to AMD, or are you still holding out? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're interested in more tech insights, don't forget to check out my other videos. Thanks for watching.